The doll's eyes suddenly moved. She sensed her owner was in danger. A young boy handed Katie a spiky fruit, then grabbed her hand on purpose, forcing her to get pricked. Right then, Megan appeared not far away. The boy lost interest in teasing Katie and turned his attention to Megan instead. Her skin looked so real. He wondered if the rest of her body felt the same. He scooped Megan up and took off running. Katie couldn't catch up. Then he threw her on the ground and started pulling off her shoes. Megan was synced to Katie. She wouldn't respond to anyone else. The boy slapped her. Angry, she stayed silent. And just as he reached for her clothes, Megan turned her head, staring straight at him. She grabbed his ear with a sudden jerk.
You need to learn some manners, Brandon. You know what happens to bad boys that don't mind their manners? They grow up to be bad men.
The next moment, she stood up tall. The boy panicked and ran for his life. Megan entered hunt mode. The boy dashed through the woods, but he was no match for her speed. Just as she was about to catch him, suddenly he tripped on a dead branch, tumbled down a slope, and landed right on the road. Just as a car came speeding by, the driver had no time to stop. The boy was killed on impact. One day, Katie lost an arrow in the yard. She asked Megan to help find it. Megan scanned the area, quickly identifying the arrow's shape and locking onto the target. Just as she reached out to grab it, the neighbor's dog lunged at her, sinking its teeth in with ferocity. Megan didn't flinch. She felt no pain. Katie rushed in to help, only to get bitten herself. Her aunt came running at the sound of her screams. The neighbor called off the dog, but insisted it wasn't at fault. Megan had already scanned and cloned the neighbor's voice. Hurting her? Fine. But hurting Katie? That was unacceptable. That night, the dog heard its owner calling. Excited, it ran toward the voice. But it wasn't the neighbor. It was Megan. As the dog approached, she grabbed it without hesitation. The next morning, the neighbor went around looking for her dog. She suspected Katie's family had something to do with it. Soon, the police came knocking. But without evidence, they couldn't do anything. Furious, the neighbor vowed revenge. But Megan didn't tolerate threats to Katie. The woman spent the whole day searching. That night, she heard barking, faint but familiar. She followed the sound into her shed. That's where she saw Megan. Before she could react, pesticide sprayed straight into her face. Megan had no empathy for anyone but Katie. To her, protecting Katie was all that mattered. And just like that, the neighbor vanished too. No one knew who the killer was, but Megan kept watching, kept protecting.